gotten away from the traditional sounds of metal. We're trying some new things that are a little unorthodox for the genre. A little unorthodox.
Hi, it's Eli from AltRockLive, and I'm here with JB from August Burns. Can you give me a brief history of the band?
Sure. We formed in 2003. We've gone through a couple different singers. We've had the same lineup since 2006, and we just released our fourth full length.
Cool. So you're from Pennsylvania, so where's the best like Philly cheesesteak? Where's your favorite place?
Pat's in Philadelphia.
Pat's in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
All right. I had one. It was some other place, not Pat's.
Oh,
unfortunately,
right on.
I missed out.
I think there's a lot of stuff that sounds the same, especially in the metal genre. So I'm influenced by bands who are willing to kind of branch outside of the box a little bit.
Yeah.
Try,
Any specific
try
bands you like?
Yeah, Between the Buried and Me would be my biggest
Yeah.
influence musically, for sure. If we come off stage and we're like, oh, the crowd was a little lackluster tonight, it's something like that was a bummer of a show, you know.
Yeah,
like that's how we gauge a good show, based on the crowd.
How do your newest songs differ from your older material? Has it progressed?
Yeah, we've kind of like gotten away from the traditional sounds of metal and metalcore. We're trying some new things that are a little unorthodox for the genre, you know, not being restricted to just like the thrash beats and heavy breakdowns and, you know, all that stuff. I mean, we still do that, but there's other influences we're pulling in now, you know, from, you know, more like indie bands and stuff, more post-rock type stuff.
Cool.
Just overall more dynamic.
Tour with any band in the world, who would it be?
The Arcade Fire.
The Arcade Fire?
Yeah.
They're good.
Yep. That will never happen.
No?
Nah.
Yeah, you never know.
We're too far apart musically. It wouldn't make sense.
Just what if it happened? That'd be crazy.
Yeah, it'd be
I would
cool.
see that. I'd see
cool.
that. What is your favorite song to perform live?
I'd say I like playing the song Empire. It's the first song off of our new record. It's still kind of new. We haven't played it live too much yet, so it's exciting that we've conquered. I don't know. Every time you write a new record, it's kind of a challenge to make sure people still like the band, and you want to grow as musicians and songwriters, but you also want to please your core audience. So the challenge would be pleasing both yourselves and your audience, and we've seemed to have been able to continue to do that over the course of the last couple records, so I'd say we have conquered that challenge for the time being.
What inspired you guys as a band to start playing music together?
Just a mutual love of music and being involved in the local punk and hardcore scene, and just saying, hey, let's play together, see what happens. Some of my favorite restaurants on the road that are like easily accessible and are all over the place would be Qdoba, Panda Express. I love Panda. Chili's.
Yeah.
Those kind of places that if I eat all the time, I would be 250 pounds.
Yeah, definitely.
We're doing a tour of Europe with a Day to Remember in October and November. We're taking off for second half of August and all of September. Our singer's getting married, so we have some downtime coming up, but then we'll be doing the Europe thing for a little while.
City you like to play in the most, or?
In the States?
Yeah, in the States.
I mean, Southern California is cool. It's always, we have a lot of friends out there, and the shows are always fun. Texas shows, I'd say, are like the craziest shows in America right now. Texas has been nuts the last 2 years for whatever reason. I don't know.
Really?
Texas is booming.
Wow. All right.
Texas in general.
Nice. Do you have any pets?
Yeah, I have a dog named Maggie. She's a Newfoundland.
Oh, cool. Aren't those big?
Yeah, she's very large.
Yeah. What's your music unique, would you say?
I think that we are one of the more forward-thinking bands in the metalcore world right now, and I think that we have been able to like branch out of, like, I keep repeating myself, but like the rules and restrictions that come with the genre we play, and we've kind of like stepped outside the box on that, and I feel like that's made us, given us this sound that's not so cliche and boring, which I think a lot of the bands in this genre are pretty samey these days.
That makes sense.
So we want to be the band, influencing other bands, not the band taking influence from our peers.
Any last words for your fans?
Check out Leveler if you haven't heard it already. That's the name of our new record. And thanks for coming out to our shows and supporting.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Appreciate that. Really pushing the envelope as far as what Christian.
It's a weird question, but how are you feeling right now? Being here, being on Warped Tour, being in this interview.
I feel fine.
Fine?
Yeah. I feel good. I'm in a good mood.
Awesome. Good.